Despite living in a small village that has city rights since the 12th century, because the noblemen who owned the village saw their business model collapsing, the trade with silver from nearby mines, and acquired the market rights associated with taxes for merchants to make their living, I am and remain a city dweller. Under themes such as encounters between different cultural circles, the possibility of understanding each other despite different religions or not, these have become central to my work, and this or not has become the defining theme of my art. I have been working as an artist for 25 years now, and this or not has become the main theme of my art, confirmed by the passage of time. Experienced a very open and profoundly formative decade, the 1990s, when, after the end of the East-West confrontation in the so-called end of history, as historian Francis Fukuyama described in his article published in the National Interest in 1989, a bright future was promised for all people. But unfortunately, then came 9/11, and in history, with its upheavals, returned its misunderstandings, inconsistencies, deliberately launched manifestos calling for the extermination of certain people, tribes, races, or whatever. Fukuyama was history, and now I'm here, still. I don't believe that my art can free humanity. That's not the task of art. I also don't believe I can impose certain political views through my art. That's not the purpose of art either. But I do believe I can point to the inability, more than any other species, to communicate. That's why I started creating art in the media available to me, focusing on the theme of communication failure. A good example of my work on this topic is the current solo exhibition at Vedica Art Gallery in Mumbai. Here I show some figure drawings of women, mostly young, beautiful women, drawn with felt-tip pen and colorful ink on found book pages. The pages are mostly from an anatomy textbook I inherited from my father, which he used during his medical studies. Thus, my subjective perception and human experience intersect with a scientific depiction of the female body, complementing each other and creating a multidimensional model. I am Joas Nebe, a multidisciplinary artist. My artistic practice encompasses many different media. I started with egg tempera painting in the 1990s on large canvas fabrics, which are now part of collections such as the Van den Ende collection at the Hafentheater Hamburg. These were paintings larger than myself, measuring 2 by 3 meters or 2.5 by 2.5 meters. At the same time, I experimented with woodcut printing, a technique dating back to the Middle Ages, which was rediscovered in the early 20th century by artists like Ludwig Kirchner and Franz Marc to protest against the naturalism of academic schools. Today I produce videos that look like children films on the children's channel of public broadcasting, but they are anything but that. Don't trust your eyes. Try to understand what I'm telling you. A particular element, a lady's shoe, a woman's head in a boat, bird flying over a street scene where ridiculous VW Beetles race by head over heels. How ridiculous or how brilliant? With every element in my images, films and photos, there's a story accompanying it. The story that our society continuously writes and that is fed by our culture, in my case German, European and urban culture.